Director, Sir Roy P. Ladiasan, and to all my co-office, co-groups, co-services, and co-bar ministries. So our group is tinawag namin Tawi-Tawi Seed Harvest Cooperative. So meron kaming groups, si Sir Roy, ang Executive Director na ngayon ay ang judges. Si Sir Daud K. Lagasi, our Assistant to Executive Director at BACTI. Ang aming panelist, and si Ma'am Aina T. Daud, the Trade Industry Development Analyst. And si Ma'am Arbayang Sain, ng our Aquaculturist 2. And si Ma'am Vivian Esteban, Marketing Technician Section. And Sir Enday Lakahar, Program Assistant for Agriculture. And truly yours, as Maylin May Makalimba, your presenter for this morning. So, nasa din? So, saan notebook natin? So, Tawi-Tawi, the seaweed capital of the Philippines. Ito yung mga namin sa AI, the presentation from the gumawa kami ng tawag ito, mga stories. Yung first time na namin is gumawa kami ng mga stories and mga agenda, mga ano ba yung pinag-research sa atin? Mga stories natin, yung ano ba yung importance nung story ng ating cooperative. Right. So, sana yung notebook natin mabay. Pag-help mo po mag-yan.
Whoa!
Where's our notebook? So, doon namin nilagay yung mga notebooks namin. Yung mga lahat ng mga effort ng aming grupo nandoon ay nakakamag kami ng ganitong presentation. And based doon sa mga na-research namin sa according to the ChatGPT. So, yun yung mga ginagawa namin. So, yung naman ng notebook namin, meron kaming video, yung mga 6 articles of seaweeds. So, hinati-hati namin yan by groupings. Yung BNC namin, medyo nagano kami doon. Yung struggle namin kasi nga, namumove yung mga sticky notes. So, kailangan pa namin i-lock. So, isang nagmano-mano lang doon. But then, the ideas came from us. So, pinag-isa na lang i-consolidate yung limang item. So the next, the business plan for seaweeds. And the business plan, yung mga nagawa namin. And meron kami video, lahat ng mga research namin galing sa kay ChatGPT and others. So nabuo namin na ginawa ng video. So represent na lang po namin. Kagaya po na ginawa ni group Ma'am Amina. So ayan po. So, pakinggan na lang po natin at panoorin.
Pero pwede ka naman magsalita. Tuloy-tuloy.
Yes po. So, ito po yung bigay po sa aming notebook. Tawi-Tawi is the Blue Revolution. So, why is the Blue Revolution? So, sana ba yung pambilis na, no? Wait lang, walang audio ito? Okay. Okay. So number one is the Tawi-Tawi Lifeline. So number one of the income of the people of the Tawi-Tawi, like the Sama, the Bajau, is seaweeds farming. So, syempre, the Tawi-Tawi Lifeline is underwater harvest. Nag-harvest sila within the water. Ang kasama nila, dyan is yung mga bangka nila, ang kanilang mga tali. So seaweed farming is a very important livelihood for coastal communities in Tawi-Tawi. So they are multi-tradition, multi-people like Sama, like Sinama, Tausog, Sama, Bajau. So they are living in a coastal communities. Their production is up to 60 to 70% of the contribution natin sa Philippine market. And it is the heart of the industry ng Bangsamoro is ang Tawi-Tawi. And the second challenges, the sea challenges of our the seaweeds industry is yung itong dependence of the middleman, low farm gate price, geographic isolation, walang signal, walang kuryente, yan yung mga problema natin. Lack of value-added facilities, so kung meron man, may nagsisimula, pag may masugala. Inconsistent quality control, limited market information, weak farmers cooperative. Aminin man natin sa hindi talaga ito'y problema namin, weak farmers cooperative. So as of Simafar, sa needs natin, ang approach namin for this at this year is by household ang pagbibigay namin ng civics input, civic seedlings, and lahat ng mga proyekto on civics farming is by household. Then yung household na yun is informing to the association. So mas maliit na group of people, then yun na yung ipinamimigay natin. And after mabigyan sila ng seedlings, meron nakalaan para sa kanila na continuity of their production. Yun yung approach namin ngayon na maglalaan sila ng 1/4 hectare for their seedlings na gagamitin nila for the next session of their tatanim. So meron silang reserve. So ganun yung approach namin. One by yan siya. So kapag nabigyan natin ito sila, hindi na sila makakatanggap for the next and for the next. Kasi nabigyan na sila. So meron kami data base para doon sa kung sino yung nakatanggap. So yung approach dyan, bibigyan sila ng persistent training. Nagkakaroon kami ng training sa kanila about orientation. First is assessment, orientation, training, and then yung inputs na nila. So yun. And itong isa sa mga natin, weak farmer. Limited market information. So nakadepende lang sila doon sa within the places kung sino yung middleman na tawag yan, bumibili sa kanilang produkto. But if there are saan na pupunta, kagaya na sabi ni Ma'am Amina, nalalaman nila kung ano yung purpose ng kanilang pagkapagod, so na-enhance yung kanilang nagkinugon ba? Nagiging masipag sila sa pagtatanim. So the entire industry is generally focused on the production of carrageenan for one international market. So ito naman talaga yung habol ng ating mga processor. Na yung carrageenan, quality of the carrageenan. And then, saan po ba yun? So, what does this struggle look like on the paper according to it is looked at the books is the financial reality is ito lang yung mga revenue natin. Yung goods is nagkakahalaga ng itong amount and the net income is nasa 3,134 lang siya. So yun yung mga isa sa mga natin. Pero as of nakadepende yan din dun sa quality na ibinibigay din natin na seedlings. Sakta ako? Okay. So thank you po.
Sayang I have one question muna, pero mamaya may gusto pa akong itanong. Yung middleman, sino yung mga yan? Kilala nyo yan?
One po. Sila po yung mga businessmen within the local area.
Hindi sila representative ng mga malalaking companies.
Hindi po. Within the area lang din. And sometimes cooperative yan sila is a group of cooperatives na bumibili ng mga seedlings. So minsan, isa sa mga
At pinance na rin sila, no? Kasi ina-advance nila yung order nila, di ba?
meron gano'n. Dito ka sa akin magbenta. Oo. May gano'n sila na parang
Para ma-attract sila.
Oo. Dito ka sa akin mag-intriga. Ganito yung pwede kang mag-advance ng pera, pwede siyang mangutang doon sa kanyang bodega.
Sir Roy, meron ka ba?
Hello sir, in relation dun kay Sir Ed, ang problema dyan is the bargaining power.
Oh.
That's one of the main issues, the bargaining power of the city farmers.
Yeah.
That's why I think if we do kahit gaano kahit gaano sipag nila, resilient sila, pero the income still is only sufficient for family sustenance. So how we can increase the bargaining power? Another issue pa sa civics industry especially sa basura, nandun yung production, pero ang income, the significant share of income nasa Zamboanga, nasa Cebu, di ba? Yun ang problema siya. So, anong nagawa natin? For example, based on the data and based on the mandate ng the officials of BAFAR, so how we can intervene, how we can increase the bargaining power, and how to reduce the significant share in the profit of those corporate or those sa Zamboanga, sa Cebu. I believe maybe it's due to possessing yan, di ba?
Honestly, sir, wala pa tayong ng processing center talaga sa atin sa farm. So lahat ng produkto natin, inaangkat from, binibigay sa Tawi-Tawi, then papunta Zamboanga to Cebu City. So wala tayong processing center na nagpo-process ng kalatingan. Kung meron man sana, but it costs billions yung yung pagdating pa lang sa infra. And investors naman din, only Cebu, and merong ganun na facilities. Which is sana, ma-realize na ating mga leadership, is magkaroon sana ng ganun sa atin. Pero yun lang din, it's a big, marami pang tatrabahuin talaga. Tatrabahuin si MAFAR, si MTIT, si MOST, para ma-realize yung gano'n ng mga proyekto. Because kahit sa Tawi-Tawi, kahit potable water, electricity, internet, nagkukulang pa rin tayo. But they're struggling. Sinisimulan, diba? We are confident naman, inshallah, that the Bangsamoro government will answer that. Hindi man sa ngayon, but then pauti-unti yan. Kasi hindi naman basta-basta 5 years pa lang si Mark, 5 years old pa lang siya. So, hindi basta-basta na-address yung mga ganun ng mga problema. So, pagdating sa electricity, pag isang corporation, isang malaking big company, kailangan niya ng electricity, water, isa yun sa mga dapat na i-consider natin. So, kung magkaroon lang tayo ng industrial na ganun ng mga companies, inshallah, so prepare ang ground, prepare ang production, prepare ang government. So that is, hindi makakaya ng isang agency lang po. Meron tayong tinatawag ng collaborative effort within the ministries, within the local government, the provincial government, and especially makakaya nyo siya kung tutulungan tayo ng ibang countries o other NGOs. So yung lang din ang ano lang natin doon, i-promise lang natin as a sa MAFAR is yung stability and peace and order ng lugar natin.
We heard you.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tingin-tingisa lang pwede, tingin-tingisang words about what you got, how you will pass on your knowledge to the cooperative. Salamat, Siyempre. Galing.
So, Assalamualaikum. Good morning, sir. Sa training naman po natin, sir, is malaking tulong siya sa amin, especially na nasa marketing po kami. And before kasi naka-attend din ako ng ilaw na how to start your business, how to grow your business. According sa speaker, sabi niya, it's not, hindi siya porket business, mag-include ka ng business. So you have plan kung paano mo siya i-start, how much your starting capital, and how to grow your capital. And every centavo na lumalabas, dapat i-take mo. Para after end of the time is malaman mo kung sino saan nagpunta yung capital. And like what you said yesterday na yung business is just like parang part na rin siya ng buhay natin na bawat centavo is mahalaga. Yun po. Thank you.
Hi.
Yes po, Assalamualaikum. Yung sa akin naman po, definitely, we use BBLC to teach them. Pero on the other hand, I may not be confident enough to teach the financial plan. However, I think I can take further effort naman po to effectively teach the topic. And I would just like to give highlight to the AI. Definitely, we can use it to teach them since nasa generation po kami na into digitalization, specifically the AI. Pero I think, considering na kailangan nilang maging responsible and very careful na rin po to use the AI. Kasi we don't want them to worry about the, yung mga payment, di ba? So, may mga lumalabas na experience kasi namin yan, sir, during our course. First is first day, no? Magamit kami ng different AIs or sites, so kailangan magbayad and all. So we have to consider those things kapag ituturo na natin sa kanila, specifically to the cooperatives. Thank you po.
Correct.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So, first and foremost, gusto ko magpasalamat muna sa ating speaker, Sir Ed. Binigyan mo kami ng so much knowledge na magagamit namin personally and in the office. As a government worker sa division namin sa Fisheries Coast Service and Marketing Division, we are serving both cooperatives, associations, and customers. So the AI tools will be used as will be shared to our cooperatives since most of them po ay hindi marunong mag-layout ng mga simple label ng product nila. So kami sa office yung mga nag-layout, ang gamit lang namin is MS Word, ganyan lang, and then lalagay ng picture. Since you introduce us the AI tool, so mas mapamadali yung trabaho namin. Secondly, yung paggawa ng reports, then accomplishment reports. Sa services po namin sa fisheries, every Monday gumagawa kami ng updates and reports. So for me, asan po yung gagawa ka ng graph and ganyan. So with the AI, napadali siya. So for me, maging exciting and fun yung paggawa ko ng reports, inshallah. So doon lang kami nahirapan sa financial kasi hindi naman namin sa field. So inshallah, eventually you will learn. So lahat naman ng bagay na papag-aralan ay pagkatutunan. So for that, maraming salamat po at Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, sir.
Yes.
Yun nga, sir, about po sa AI, na ngayon ko lang nalaman na marami pala siyang pwedeng may tulong po sa atin. Si ChatGPT, yun lang po, sir. Oo.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Group 1.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.